I want to serve people, I want to help people, I want to be of value. And I never feel like I'm losing when I'm serving. Even if I'm losing money, or even if I'm losing time, or even if I'm not getting the results I want, or even if it's not happening as quickly as I wish it were, when I'm serving, I know I'm winning.
Estamos entrando ya al auditorio Summit of Greatness.
I'm using my talents and my gifts to add value. And I think that's one of the greatest things that each one of us can do. And I believe we can pursue our dreams. We can go after everything that we want, everything that's in our heart. We can go after it and win if we're in service to others along that journey. If we're bringing positive attitude, energy, effort, love in that journey.
Even if we can't find out.
Because how could you believe in a future that you haven't seen yet? And the end product of an experience in three-dimensional reality is called an emotion. And so most people wait for their wealth to feel abundant. They're waiting for their new relationship to feel love. They're waiting for their success to feel empowerment. Waiting for their healing to feel wholeness or gratitude. That's the old model of reality. So then you got to trade that emotion of your past, and that story's got to go with it. And when you overcome your emotions, you master your creations. So that when you see the synchronicity, all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I created that. Is that possible that I actually created that? And you start believing more that you're the creator of your reality instead of the victim of your reality. And that's the truth. And in order for you to arrive at that wealth, you have to make a very clear decision that that person who wants the wealth and who is in lack of having it is going to have to make a lot of changes to finally run into that golden vision of their wealth. You can't create a new personal reality as the same personality. You got to become someone else. That means you got to give up some aspect of those unconscious thoughts, behaviors, and emotions that are programmed because we do them so much and think that way. So then now, that vision of that future, the brain naturally creates. For the passionate person, that vision where they're seeing that future, they put themselves in that future. And when they do that, they feel the emotion of that future. And they're actually doing that by thought alone. So once they feel the feeling of that future, they can believe in that future because they felt it.
Because I got your messages, to be in a room with one idea, to become great. Which, in a world that we live in today, do they really love greatness? No. Do other people want people to be great? Sometimes. Except when you're a little bit greater than they think that they can be. You become this mirror, this reflection of all the things they could have been.
I'm allowed to just listen. Sometimes silence is just fucking silence. I'm not yet an expert on this specific situation. I need more information. I need more conversation. I need more education. What I don't need is more posting from a random Jane or Jason living in their parents' basement. They don't know. So I comment in my head instead and try to let it go. Because I don't want to use my voice to be a part of all the noise. I cherish freedom of speech, but also freedom of choice.
So there's a lot of things that we can do, and there's a lot of strategies that our team does when we work with personal brands to help them sort of craft a narrative that encourages the world to respond to them in a certain way, but ultimately you don't really control your brand. In fact, the classic definition that we offer about personal branding is very different from how most people think of it, because when most people hear personal branding, they think that we're like an agency, like a marketing agency, that we do like logos and fonts. We don't do any of that. We're a personal brand strategy firm. So, but the way that we think of it is that your personal brand is not just colors and fonts and logos and websites and emails. That's what people all think of, like social media and podcasts. But the way that we define it is very different. It's simply the digitization of your reputation.
Bueno, acaba de terminar el día 1 Summit of Greatness. Estoy aquí con mi buen amigo Axel, que vino conmigo al evento. Axel, cuéntame qué es lo que más te gustó del primer día.
Bueno, primero yo venía a ver principalmente a Joe Dispenza. Luis me pareció muy bueno también, pero Cody también lo que dijo sobre cómo ser un buen CEO.
Cody Sánchez, sí,
cómo impulsar tu negocio. On point.
Si no conocen a Cody Sánchez, síganla. Y si no conocen a mi amigo Axel, por favor también síganla. Vamos a poner ahí su Instagram. Con Axel nos conocimos en el círculo interno de Russell Brunson. Estuvimos un año ahí en el Mastermind juntos. Y pues bueno, aquí estamos en Los Ángeles, California. Ahora vamos a ir a dar una vueltecita. Espero que también estés disfrutando ahí los videitos de aquí que hemos incluido en el blog para que puedas tomar apuntes. Ojalá te guste todo lo que grabé ahí para ti. Y nos vemos mañana, es el día 2. Así que seguimos el blog, seguimos mañana. Let's go. Recuerda dejar un comentario, suscribirte y compartir.
All we need is someone who can come up and say, you know what? I'm broken too. And that we are all in this together. I stayed in the hospital for 2.5 months, underwent surgeries, and I realized that healing does not happen to you overnight. Healing takes time. It's a rough journey, full of pain, full of turmoil.
Let's go! I told you what I'm all about. I'm killing my fears and facing myself now. So spew that motivation y'all are soon to see. We all come together through community. Say, H-Man, busy on the round. Facing my fears, I'm killing myself down. Spew that motivation y'all are soon to see. We all come together through community. Yeah.
Everybody has relationship issues they need to address. Everybody. Everybody. The only thing is not if you're going to do it, but with whom. Who is the person with whom you're going to say, I'm ready to do this work? So we have never expected more from romantic love than we do today. Seriously, we want literally one person to give us what usually an entire village used to provide. You know, I partake in this frenzy of romantic consumerism, and I am looking for a soulmate on an app.
Bueno chicos, ya estamos a la mitad del día 2 del Summit of Greatness. En este momento estoy en la Expo, que es un gran salón donde hay algunos sponsors, hay libros, hay comida, está también el espacio para hacer networking y todo. Y ahora estoy haciendo la fila para sacarme una foto con la enigmática, la épica pared ahí con el logo de School of Greatness. Hasta ahora ha sido una súper buena experiencia, espero que estés disfrutando del vlog. Mi amigo Axel está por ahí llenando un formulario para un concurso que hay, donde hay que decir cuál es tu sueño, escribir cuál es tu sueño. Así que te invito a que si estás viendo este vlog, me pongas en los comentarios cuál es tu más grande sueño. Voy a estar leyéndolos a todos y comentando también. Ahora queda, creo que solo queda un speaker para que finalice el día. Cuéntame también en los comentarios cuál ha sido el speaker que más te ha gustado de lo que hemos compartido acá en el blog. Te mando un abrazo y nos vemos en un ratito más.
Have wrong about the way they interpret their life, around their mindset, their attitude, or beliefs? Well, people interpret me wrong first of all, because I'm so honest with myself. So a lot of people who are jealous, who are ashamed of themselves, but I recognize that people are honest with themselves. Because what people don't get about me is that they look at me now. They forget I was 300 pounds, abused, struggled severely with learning. I was had a very abusive mindset. I mean, I got beat down growing up. Physically, mostly physically, but the mental scars are the ones that you carry with you. You can beat me all day long with mental scars. So when people look at me, I can look at them and I can see exactly who you are. Because I am no better than you. I'm no different than you. I just decided to stop lying to myself. So I would immediately take myself out of the equation of you're better than me because you were gifted these great parents, or you were gifted this great ability. The second I stopped doing that, the second I started realizing that I too have these abilities, but where I came from, it's going to be much harder for me to get there. I stopped looking at people like they were better than me. I started looking at people like they were more gifted than me. I started looking at them like, okay, this is where I need to go. I may not have a mom or a dad or whoever to get me there, but I know I can get there.
Luis is a very good person. He's always giving and giving and giving. Everything he offers in his content is for free, first of all. But he has the biggest mission to serve. To serve as many people as possible. If you feel in any way touched by the last 2 days, in any way that something he said, or the speakers, or his podcast, or his books have ever touched your heart, I just would like to ask you if we can all stand up.
Bueno chicos, ya terminó el Summit of Greatness. Estoy aquí con mi querido amigo Axel. Gracias amigo por venir conmigo. Un placer. Estamos aquí aprovechando nuestra última noche en Los Ángeles. Caminando aquí, paseando. Mira, aquí viene un tram. Viene el tram. Nos va a atropellar, espero que no. Espero que te haya gustado el evento. Espero que hayas disfrutado el vlog. Y si así fue, déjame un comentario ahora mismo. Déjame un comentario ahora mismo aquí en el video. Cuéntame qué fue lo que más te gustó. Cuéntame cuál es tu sueño. Suscríbete, dale me gusta y compártelo. Nos vemos en el próximo video.